Yo, welcome to StayWavyTV, your home for buckets, breakdowns, and straight up vibes. If it hoops, we cover it. Lock in, hit that subscribe, and ride the wave.
Good, y'all. Kawhi Leonard had a lot to say after the Los Angeles Clippers got blowed out by the Lakers last night in the in-season tournament game. You know what I'm saying? By the way, bro, the Lakers, y'all court looked absolutely disgusting on my TV last night, man. It looked like somebody just sprayed a bunch of mustard all over the court. And I had to turn the game off after the first half because, like, it was hurting my eyes, bro, seeing all that yellow on the court, man. Yellow, gold, whatever color it was, bro. Don't do that again, okay? I like it better if y'all put purple instead of that mustardy gold that y'all had on the court last night, man. That was not a good look for the NBA. So, Los Angeles Clippers star Kawhi Leonard gave his take Tuesday night on what the Clippers need to do in order to turn around their floundering season. Speaking to reporters after a 135-118 loss to the Lakers in group play of the NBA Cup tournament, Leonard said, "Just got to get the right lineups on the court, I guess, and get some more talent," indicating that he feels like the Clippers need to make some trades to make the team better. Now, keep in mind, right? This is a team that has Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, Bradley Beal, right? Chris Paul, right? Now we know Chris Paul is his last year in the NBA. Bradley Beal is out for the rest of the season because he has a injury that he's dealing with, so he's not going to be back this season. But I mean, this is still a team that has Kawhi Leonard and James Harden, and you got Chris Paul coming off the bench. Like, even though Chris Paul is a lot older, he still plays pretty good, man. He's still, in my opinion, he's still a great passer. Still can play point guard. But I do agree with Kawhi Leonard on the lineups. I'm not exactly sure what Tyronn Lue is doing with these lineups. But listen, bro, when you're Kawhi Leonard and you can't even play 40 to 50 games a season without having some type of major injury, like, think about this, y'all. Like, ever since Kawhi Leonard won that championship in Toronto, I think that was in 2019. What has Kawhi Leonard done since then? You came to the Clippers. They gave you everything you asked for. Your own private jet, the whole nine, right? They gave you and your uncle everything that you asked for, right? Since you've got to this Clippers team, you've missed the majority of the regular season games. You constantly get injured in the playoffs and you're not available for your team in the playoffs. And you haven't done anything. You're not an MVP contender since you joined this Clippers team. You haven't been Defensive Player of the Year since you've, joined this Clippers team. Do you guys remember when Kawhi Leonard was the best 3-and-D in the NBA? Do you guys remember that? Kawhi Leonard used to be the best 3-and-D player in the league at one time. He was an extraordinary defensive player. He's most well known for locking down LeBron James in the finals while he was playing for the Spurs. But Kawhi Leonard's defense isn't good anymore. His defense isn't good. Kawhi Leonard isn't that good of a scorer anymore. He's a very streaky three-point shooter. He's not getting to the basket like he used to. And a lot of that has to do with all of these injuries that he has season after season. Now, call me crazy, but I got to be honest with y'all. I think a majority of these injuries that Kawhi Leonard has are not real injuries, bro. Ever since this man's last year on the Spurs, bro, I don't know what it is about Kawhi Leonard. He loves to fake an injury so he doesn't have to play basketball. Like, I think Kawhi Leonard is one of those players, bro, where he's only playing basketball for the money. After he won those 2 championships in San Antonio and then he won that 3rd championship with the Raptors, I think Kawhi just feels like he's done everything he's wanted to do in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? 3-time NBA champion, multiple-time All-Star, right? He's been on the All-Star team multiple times, right? He was supposed to play in the Olympics last year, but he chose not to, I guess, because the Clippers didn't want him to risk getting some type of major injury that would affect him playing in the season last year. And I just think Kawhi Leonard is just in the NBA to just get money, bro. I was watching the game last night, and Kawhi Leonard did not look good, bro. He did not look good, okay? So Kawhi Leonard, in my opinion, is in no position to be talking about the Clippers need to make a trade. If the Clippers do make a trade, they should trade your ass. like, bro, if the Clippers is going to trade anybody, the number one person that they should be looking to trade is Kawhi Leonard, bro. Because Kawhi Leonard does not stay healthy. Do you guys remember that last season that Russell Westbrook played on the Clippers? They could have won that series where they got eliminated if Kawhi Leonard was available. Kawhi Leonard was injured. wasn't able to play when his team needed him the most, like always, and the Clippers ended up getting eliminated. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't get it, bro. I don't get it. Like, I'm not saying Kawhi Leonard is on some Ben Simmons type of time, but what I'm saying is, bro, like, the reason why the Clippers aren't playing good, bro, is because they don't play enough games with Kawhi Leonard on the court. If Kawhi Leonard can stay healthy for the rest of the season, and you got James Harden, you got Chris Paul coming off the bench, I guarantee you this Clippers team will look much better than it did last night. But you can't expect to have any team chemistry, and you can't expect to win games when the best player on the team is very rarely available, bro. And I feel like Kawhi Leonard, instead of taking accountability for that, he wants to blame the team. He wants to blame Tyronn Lue. He doesn't like Tyronn Lue's lineups. He wants to blame the organization for not making trades. Bruh, how can they make trades when they got James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, and Bradley Beal on the same team? The only way they can make trades is if they trade one of y'all. They're going to have to trade either Kawhi, James, or Beal. And nobody's going to make a trade for Beal while he's injured. I don't even think you can trade a player while they have an injury like that. You know what I'm saying? The most valuable trade piece that they have is James Harden, because James Harden, he stays healthy. Like, think about it, guys. Who really is going to risk making the trade for Kawhi Leonard when you know that this guy is not going to be available when you need him the most? He's just not. He's not. And with all the injuries that Kawhi Leonard has had in his career, I don't see Kawhi Leonard playing past another 3. I think after 3 years, Kawhi Leonard is going to be forced to retire because his body is just broken down. Kind of similar to an Anthony Davis. So, when asked to elaborate on whether he meant the Clippers need to acquire talent from outside the organization, Leonard clarified that he believes the players currently on the roster simply need to show improvement. He's saying, I'm saying, like, play better. Leonard said, like, we all just got to play better, make shots, move the ball a little more, trust one another, and just be better. Tuesday's defeat dropped the Clippers to 5-13 on the season, giving them the third worst record in the Western Conference. The Clippers have made 3 consecutive playoff appearances, 6 in the past 7 seasons and 12 in the past 14 campaigns. They also haven't finished with a losing record since 2010. After winning 51 games in 2023 and 50 games last season, the expectation was that the Clippers would be a strong playoff contender again this season, but that hasn't been the case so far. Injuries have undoubtedly played a role, as Leonard has missed 10 games this season so far. Bradley Beal is out for the season due to a hip fracture, and Leonard missing time is nothing new for the Clippers, as he manages to play in more than 57 games only once in his first 6 seasons in LA. So guys, think about this. Kawhi Leonard has been on this Clippers team for 6 seasons. Last year was the first time that he played 57 out of 80 plus games in the season. That's sad, bro. That's sad. Like, why would you want to have a guy like that on your team that's not going to be available? The Clippers have always managed to make do without him, but this season they are just 2-8 in games that he's missed. Los Angeles has some other talent, including leading scorer James Harden and the likes of Zubac and John Collins, but it hasn't meshed together well. The Clippers already had a veteran-laden team and added several more seasoned vets to the roster during the offseason, including Bradley Beal, Brook Lopez, Chris Paul, and Nicholas Batum. Shout out to Nicholas Batum, bro. Nicholas Batum is still playing at a high level, man. He's always been one of my favorite shooters. I remember when he was on the Charlotte Hornets, he was balling out there, man. Shout out to Nicholas Batum. However, Harden, Leonard, and Zubac are the only players on the team averaging 12 points per game or better. That's sad. And it is fair to wonder having the oldest roster in the NBA history is backfiring. I didn't know that, bro. So the Clippers currently have the oldest team in NBA history. This Clippers team is older than that Lakers team that had Carmelo Anthony, Russell Westbrook, Dwight Howard. This current Clippers team is older than that team. That's insane. With 23 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals per game, Leonard still plays at a high level when healthy, so there may be at least some hope for improvement if Kawhi, Harden, and Zubac can stay on the court together. The Clippers are clearly lacking in terms of quality depth behind them, though in a trade may be needed in order to spark the team. Listen, man. Keep Tyronn Lue as the head coach. Tyronn Lue, in my opinion, is one of the best coaches in the NBA. The fact that he's made the playoffs so many times without Kawhi Leonard being there is incredible. But they have to trade Kawhi Leonard, bro. Keep James Harden on the team. Trade Kawhi Leonard. I'm going to be honest, man. And this may sound crazy to the people listening to this. I think that the Clippers should trade Kawhi Leonard for Zach LaVine. Hear me out. Sacramento Kings are having a similar season start to the Clippers this season, right? Both teams are not winning games, right? You have a Sacramento Kings team that has a bunch of guards that just can't play together, right? Surprisingly, they did beat the Denver Nuggets, I think, 2 days ago. Shout out to the Kings on that. They've won 2 games in a row. But the Clippers they're going to rebuild, right? What they're going to do is they're going to blow up the team. They're going to trade everybody. And Zach LaVine is a guy that you could bring in he's guaranteed to get you 20-plus points per game. He can shoot the three. He has good ball handling skills. He can drive to the paint. Obviously, he can dunk, right? He's, won a slam dunk contest. I think Zach LaVine is the perfect man to replace a Kawhi Leonard. Obviously, you would probably have to play Zach LaVine at the 3. You can't. I don't think you can't play him at the 4. But listen, man, Zach LaVine stays healthy. Zach LaVine is a guy that is going to be there for the regular season. He's going to show up for playoff time. And he plays hard, man. He's extremely aggressive on offense. My only critique of Zach LaVine is he likes to ball hog, right? He doesn't like to pass the ball when he should. When he starts making shots, he does not want to pass the ball to nobody else. And in turn, that hurts teams that he plays for. But he'll be playing with a James Harden. He'll be playing with a Chris Paul coming off the bench. And I think that's literally the perfect trade that you can make for Kawhi Leonard, bro. Like, they got to get rid of Kawhi Leonard. You just got to. You know what I'm saying? Like, Kawhi Leonard's been on this team this is 7th season. He hasn't, he hasn't won a championship for this organization. Move on. They need to move on from Kawhi Leonard, man. So that's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think about this. It's your boy Wavy, StayWavyTV. Make sure y'all subscribe, thumbs up the video, share the video, leave a comment. I'm out.
Yeah, welcome to the vibe. Stay wavy in the mix, got the culture on the rise. Tap in, hit subscribe, ring that bell, let it ride. We gon' surf through the trends, give you game every time. Reviews, new views, keep it honest, never fake. If you're looking for the wave, this the channel you embrace. Stay